Alright, I'm super excited for this. I don't want to have a crazy long intro because I want to get right into it. This is another installment of The Beef, where I analyze a story or story arc that involves two characters that are beefing in fiction. And this one is a classic one with Thor vs. Hulk. But the beef today comes from a story that was a Kindle exclusive that was a 6-issue run covering Hulk vs. Thor, Champions of the Universe. If you like videos like these and you want to see a part 2 to Thor vs. Hulk The Beef, where I cover another story they're in, run this up to 600 likes, as well as if you want to purchase a video, whether for Goons, Jobber series, all that, add me on Discord or join the Discord server, and we can talk that way about purchasing. But anyway, getting into this, like I said, this is a story that is an exclusive, so it's not really mainline, but it takes the mainline character, so it's interesting. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's begin. So, in this story, like I said, it's a 6-issue run. It opens up immediately with an alien invasion occurring. This invasion sees characters like Black Widow and Spider-Man on the ground, trying to hold back these aliens. It's very, like, when I read it kind of gave me a vibe like the Avengers movie. But eventually there's asteroids being thrown at Earth, right? And so Black Widow's like, yo, we got to send the big dogs to go get rid of those because those are planet busters. Hulk and Thor show up to fight these asteroids and protect Earth. Yo, so real quick, I was in the middle of recording last night and people started, like, street racing outside. So it was loud as shit. So I couldn't finish recording last night. I decided to just go to bed, whatever. So I'm up early back at it again. So getting back to it, F in the chat, in the live chat for that, by the way. What a L. But to this is the first beef moment of this series. So down below in the live chat or the comment section, because some of you won't be watching it live, let me know who you think will win this contest. So, this contest, of course, involves breaking shit. Thor goes, yo, Hulk, you think you're strong? Like, we're up here breaking asteroids and shit. Let's see who breaks the most asteroids. And Hulk's like, alright, Thor, like, whatever. We can get into it. So, Thor breaks, like, 30-something. Hulk casually breaks twice the amount. So, in actuality, Hulk beat the shit out of Thor when it came to this first challenge / beef. To add insult to injury, in this moment, a massive alien craft pulls up. And Hulk's like, at this point, he's like, yeah, dumb bitch. Don't challenge me to breaking shit. That was stupid. He grabs Thor and, like, throws him at the ship. So, that's just another L. But yeah, like, overall, solid W. So currently the score in the beef, 1 Hulk, Thor 0. So now getting back to the story. By the way, let me know in the comment section after the video what you think of this story, because it was like a Kindle exclusive, so I don't think many people read it. So I think this will be a first time for a lot of people. And if you want to see the scans, definitely join my public Discord server, because all my beef videos, I'll be posting the scans there. So getting back to this, they get on board the ship. The aliens are talking crazy, like, oh, get defenses, take them out. Thor and Hulk are like, yo, relax. Y'all aren't even, like, C or D list. So get the fuck out of here. And they bolo everybody, right? They proceed to the main control center, looking to make a play and find out just exactly what this alien craft is doing and why they're invading Earth. Yo, now that I'm recording this, I'm kind of realizing this story is kind of fucking good. So they get to the center of the control room and whatever. And at this point, Thor, keep in mind, got thrown through the shit by Hulk. He's like, yo, we're actually going to beef when we get back, because you're kind of getting on my nerves with the shit you do. And that's when they both get snatched up. And we see they are presented to 2 elders of the universe. One being the promoter, who is a very interesting character in this story, and the other being the champion of the universe. Y'all know him. He's famous for wanting to pull up and throw the ones for the respect, and considered the greatest warrior in the reality. And basically, what happens is the promoter goes, yo, I'm literally the best in reality at promoting shit. We're having this fight circuit tournament going on that's being broadcasted across the universe. You two bitches will compete because both of you call yourselves the strongest and the mightiest. And the champion thinks he's that. So you two gotta prove you're worthy of even fighting him. And then we can see who's really the strongest. And Thor and Hulk are like, what the fuck? But they don't really have a choice because they're caught. And Elders of the Universe are pretty damn strong. So these two, and they've prepped for this, of course. These two are like, alright, whatever. What's the task? And the lady goes, alright, check this shit out. You have to go take, I believe it's a belt, from a character that killed the Frost Giants champion. And Thor's like, oh shit. And then they get BFR'd to complete this task. At this point, they end up in a cave to face the, quote, unbeatable. And this is interesting because, you know, at this point, they are trying to figure out, like, okay, what took down the champion and has the relic or whatever they're looking for. And Thor quickly realizes, due to his experience throughout the cosmos, that based on some bugs he sees and some eggs he sees, they're dealing with what was most likely a massive brood invasion, alien species in the Marvel Comics. And we find out Hulk does not fuck with bugs. He's like, damn that, I'm not doing this bug shit. And he tries to flee, right? He squashes a couple of them, tries to dip. He's like, I just don't want to do this shit. Gets bitch slapped by a massive brood that had, like, taken over the unbeatable or whatever. And so this leaves Thor to stand against this massive brood. And Thor's like, you must be the unbeatable, bitch. Square up, pussy. And I was like, okay, Thor finally stepping with some energy. You know, that first challenge, he kind of got sunned a little bit. You know, I wasn't feeling his energy as much, but he's definitely stepping here. So respect to Thor. So the brood tries to take Thor, right? And it's saying some crazy shit. It's like chanting stuff at Thor. And Thor's like, you're not what you're saying you are because you don't follow me on Twitter, bitch. It was like something weird. Thor makes a lot of, like, modern day references in this story. I was like, what the hell are you trying? I don't know what stunt he's pulling, but yeah, he was definitely stealing some of our lingo. But he was like, yeah, we don't have Twitter mutuals, bitch. And he starts swinging on the massive brood. This is when we see Hulk redeem himself. You know, at first, when I was reading this, I was like, oh man, Hulk might, he might kind of be drawn to bitch out of this because of the bugs, but he doesn't. Thor gets caught against a wall due to the brood's webbing, and he's trying to break out, and this is when the brood's like, yeah, this is your fate. And Hulk was like, Hulk smashes fate, bitch, and comes in and drop punches the fuck out of the brood. The two then tag team fight the brood and swiftly take it down. At this point, we see, after mauling the brood, Hulk wins the belt challenge, retrieving the belt, and now they have to go find a locket that is held by a dragon. So at this point, let's do a quick check on the score, and you can do a quick hit of the like button if you haven't done so far. That was such a bar, but anyways, it's 2-0. Hulk is actually currently up on the score 2-0. He snagged the belt at the end, clutched the W on the brood, and he had the first win with the asteroids. So, Hulk fans, are you lit in the live chat? Let me know. But yeah, and Thor fans, do you think Thor can pull off the comeback in this series? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section, depending on when you're watching this. But getting back to the story, like I said, one thing about this story I like is it's fast-paced, and it is kind of cheesy at certain points, like, you know, some of the things Thor says, but it's right to the action because it's only a 6-issue run. So they get immediately transported to this like fairyland, to I think it's called Midland or something, to find the dragon, take the locket. And to keep it short, we see Hulk lands in front of a castle, and everybody inside the castle is like, holy shit, it's a troll. And they arm up quickly. They rush the gates. They're like, yeah, we're going to kill the shit out of this. And Hulk's like, bro, why does everything choose to beef with me? Like, why can't I exist? And then we pan over. We see Thor landed and was being tended to by a princess. This princess, he's swiftly trying to smash because Thor doesn't know better. While Thor's trying to lay the moves on the princess because, you know, he's basically half naked, some knights pull up. And they're like, yo, slay the dragon, bitch. And Thor's like, what the hell are you talking about? This is a bad bitch. This is not a dragon. And he turns around to see, indeed, she is a dragon. At this point, Thor's like, holy shit, she really was a dragon. And he's watching her get attacked by these knights. Now, here's the thing. She could easily have folded the knights, but she was not fighting back. And Thor was like, dude, you can't just pull up on, you know, a dragon and assault it if it's not even fighting back. That's crazy. Like, that's wild. And so he's like, yeah, something's wrong with this picture. And he decides to take up arms against the knights. Because right now he doesn't have Mjolnir. So he's not doing any magic or wild shit. Then we pan over to Hulk, who currently is going through some bullshit. So they decided to swing on the Hulk. Like I said, the castle was getting ready because they thought he was a troll. He gets shot the fuck up with a bunch of arrows. He's like, dude, y'all really want beef? Okay, not only am I taking out the archers, I'm taking out the whole castle, bitch. And Hulk declares war upon the people. Sends back their arrows at him, and he's like, yeah, run your castle, bitch. It's over for y'all. I'm not doing this bullshit. And he pulls up on them. It was kind of funny because, like, one of them is dealing with a super serious situation, and one of them is just dealing with some BS. We then see Thor, while fighting the knights, gets stabbed pretty bad. This is, you'll see, it's not because Thor's weak or anything. He actually got stabbed by a blade forged from the tooth of a dragon, and apparently that gives it, like, the ability to bypass durability or something. I don't know. But anyways, he gets stabbed by that shit, and he's like, oh, damn, you know, hits the life alert button. But he's not really going to die. It just hurts like a bitch. And then this infuriates and enrages the dragon, who attempts to, like, basically barbecue them. And Thor kind of, like, tries to calm her down. He doesn't want that shit to happen. But she's pissed, so it's likely she's going to bring war to the front door. You feel me? And then we pan over to Hulk, who's in the castle after destroying a bunch of shit. The princess of the castle, or the queen, was like, dude, this is ridiculous. We're not going to win this beef. And she starts, like, basically promising Hulk whatever he wants. And he's like, oh, I like her. She's smart. Like, she doesn't want a beef. So real quick, before we do this, who do you think will win this next round of beef? We're about to have one, okay? And it's worth half a win. We give half a wins in the beef series, depending on the situation. So let me explain the half a win. Thor rocks the shit out of Hulk when he pulls up on him at the castle, right? This is because Hulk had previously done the same to him when they were dealing with the asteroids. And so I count this as half a win because he was mocking a full win from Hulk. Hulk then sees that Thor was hanging out. Oh, this was hilarious. Was hanging out with the dragon, right? He's like, yo, you're friends with the bitch? Like, that's how we win? So you're cheating. Like, you're friends with them. You can just try to get the locket off them or whatever. That's bullshit. Because Thor had already previously asked her for it and had brought it up. So Hulk's like, fuck that. Thor's he's a narc. And he squares up with both of them and is like, yeah, we're about to get to it. And starts swinging on both of them. But most importantly, the dragon, because of course he wants to lock it. Now, at this point, This brings the conclusion of this round of the beef, and Thor gets the locket, right? And once again, they're taken away. After he gets the locket, after he retrieves the item, just like when they retrieve the belt, they get taken away, and they have to go pull up and figure out what's going down. But unfortunately, they don't have time to even assess the next situation because they get put to sleep by a villain called Moonstone. So real quick, check in the scoreboard and hit the like button if you haven't already. Thor got half that win for rocking the shit out of Hulk, and then he got the full win for the pendant, right, or the locket. So now it's 2 to 1.5. Now, and it's in favor of Hulk still, 2 to 1.5. Now we are moving on to what was referred to by the promoter in Moonstone as the psychological round, where they are caught in a mind prison. Before I take you guys into the mind prison section of the beef, let me know in the live chat or comment section who you think's gonna win this round in the mind prison. But basically, for those who are wondering who Moonstone is, because she's not relevant, she is an evil mastermind, but she's super amped here and given these telepathic powers by the elders of the universe. And she's told basically, yo, if you can go into the minds of Thor and Hulk and break them, you can keep the power amp. So she has a huge reason to try to ball out here, right? So she's like, bet I'm gonna ruin their lives, and traps them in this crazy, not real mind prison. The first one that has to deal with this bullshit is Thor, right? So Thor he instantly finds he's in some weird endless loop of an area. It's all white. And he runs into a therapist looking girl, and it's Carla, aka Moonstone. And she's like, Thor, what makes you Thor? And he's like, I have no time for this. I'd like to leave. This shit's dumb. And she's like, no, wrong answer. And she's like, I have a lot of people that'd like to talk to you about it. We then see literally everybody who has ever held the title of Thor. Volstagg. There's a Valkyrie in there. I think Jane's there. There's Ultimate Store. Everybody. They ever held it. They were there, Beta Ray Bill, and they are going to fight Thor. We then pan over to the Bruce Banner side of things. This is pretty funny. He's not Hulk right now. And Bruce was fucking around and figuring it out, right? Like, Moonstone pulls up on him and she's like, oh shit, Bruce Banner's really smart. He instantly figured out normal physics, laws of physics, space-time didn't apply here. He was close to figuring out the shit was not real. And if he did, that would jeopardize what they were trying to do there. So Moonstone had to actually pull up on him and distract him, talk to him, and appeal to him in a different way than Thor because he was so intelligent. Thor is in being tested. We pan back over to his battle, right? He's swinging on everybody. He's fighting everybody. He's refusing to go down. And he's like, yo, real shit. I'm the GOAT. Not these Thors. I'm the GOAT. And it's basically like a test of his identity, right? Like, is he really the true Thor? And he's fighting everybody. And he says, what makes me the GOAT is they haven't won what I've won. They haven't fought what I've fought. They haven't been in the trenches with me. Like, they've done their own shit, sure, but not to the extent I have. That's why I am the real Thor. And they were shook. They're like, yo, like, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, Moonstone's like, yo, so because of what you've, like, done, that makes you Thor? And he's like, yeah. Literally, the stripes I've earned makes me Thor, bitch. Like, don't get it twisted. None of them have as many stripes as me. It's that simple. And it's kind of facts. I mean, his history is wild, and he has done a crazy amount of things over time. We then seen Moonstone go back to Banner, right? Moonstone's full-on attacking Banner, and she does this by basically having Hulk pull up on her. She's already made a connection with Banner on a personal level with the character she's portraying. And Hulk pulls up on her and kills her, right? Like, crushes her, kills her. And she's like, oh my god, like, everybody you touch, everybody you love, everybody you hate, regardless, anyone associated with you always seems to die and always seems to get hurt because of the Hulk. And like, as she's dying, she's like, this is bullshit. I would have seen through this immediately. She was like, how far are you willing to go to bury the beast? To kill what costs you everything. And we see clearly this is massively impacting Bruce's psyche and fucking him up mentally. We then go over to Thor, right? Thor's being mentally assaulted. He's being tested. She's making him fight his dead homies. They're disrespecting him. And Thor goes, yo, real shit, you can do a lot of things to me. You can try to break in my mind. You can try to break my spirit, all this. But you don't use the dead homies to disrespect. You don't dishonor who they were. And he starts breaking them out of the mind prison. That's right. Big Thor was like, fuck this, don't disrespect, and starts to break them out. And the reason he was so strong and able to do this was, according to Moonstone, because he's too dumb to have complex emotion. Like, she simply couldn't appeal to him on a deeper level that would be needed to break him psychologically, and he was just too stubborn to go down. So he's like, damn that, and breaks them out. However, she did do a massive impact on Hulk. So for this round, we have to give it to Thor. Thor took the clear W, breaking them out of the mind prison. Now, the score is in favor of Thor. 2.5 to 2. Hulk now has 2. Real quick, in the live chat or comment section, let me know in this upcoming round, because of course, you know, they immediately get subjected to another round where they have to get another item. It's stated, it's not believed they'll actually get this item because it's so powerful. And that's when they land in a new realm. This realm is being currently held by an emperor who controls, I think it's called a tactagon. And basically it produces these ungodly black holes. And it's threatening to suck this planet up. And he's holding it hostage, essentially, and he has the device. And they got to get the device back, right? But of course, not likely they'll survive, according to the promoter. Let me know down below, who do you think will get the win in this round of the beef going for the tactagon? Let me know in the live chat. So, getting back to this, they start laying out everybody they see, specifically Thor, right? Because obviously Banner is only Banner right now. He got messed up psychologically. Thor's putting in work, though. Like, I'm talking about, he's laying people out. We see there's a resistance general there, this lady. We see Banner trying to figure things out in his human form. And, yeah, it got active real quick, real fast. We then see they find the castle where the Emperor is, right? And the Resistance General that is there, Banner's there, and the black hole starts pulling in the castle. Like, it's directed at the castle. Thor puts Mjolnir down and is like, look, Mjolnir is stronger than the universe. Damn this, I'll overpower anything. Starts overpowering the black hole to keep the castle in place and is like, yo, Bruce, you and that girl, go in there and get that shit. Like, take care of business. I'll keep y'all from getting torn open by a black hole. And Banner's like, oh, shit. I mean, that's wild, but he's strong enough to do it. I mean, Thor is strong as shit. So, this, I mean, in my opinion, this is at least half a W. Because Thor's carrying mad hard at this point because Banner's in Banner form. And he's overpowering a black hole to clutch the W and set up the assist for Banner in the general. So, in my opinion, that's at least half a win. So, at this point, the score is 3-2 in Thor's favor. Live chat down below as we conclude this round. Who do you think's going to get the next point? Because this shit's crazy. It's an action-packed round. Next, Banner pulls up on the Emperor with the General, right? And this is comedy. So the General keep in mind, has a tactagon, right? And General's very imposing. Banner pulls out energy blaster pistols and is like, "Put your hands up, bitch, I'll pop you." And the dude's like, "Bro, what? Like, you're not gonna do shit." Instantly cuts the guts in half. Like, it was absolutely useless, but Banner was just trying to make a play, dog. He was like, "Yo, let me see if I can scare his bitch ass." Definitely didn't, though. Epic fail, but it was hilarious and got laid out instantly. Now, this is when we find out the Emperor and the General that was helping them are related, right? This is the Emperor's daughter. So, when he finds that out and Banner sees the Emperor going to kill her, he loses his shit, turns back into the Hulk. And when he does this, he attacks the Emperor, and the Emperor's like, "I have the greatest weapon." And Hulk's like, "First of all, I'm going to break the fucking arm that uses the weapon, so who cares, bitch?" Secondly, Hulk's the greatest weapon. And he folds the Emperor and just starts beating the shit out of him, breaking his arm. This is when we see, indeed, Hulk does clutch the W, and the elders say that sudden death must be run in order to break the tie between them. So, going into this next round, it is now 3-3, squared up even, going into the final issue of the series. We actually have a tie. It's been 6 rounds, like 6 total points given out so far. That's crazy. Let me know in the live chat who you think is going to clutch the victory going into this final round. Now, promoter had them gather all these items for a very nefarious reason. You see, she was sick of her place in the universe. Basically, she's just a hype man, the last survivor of her race, always the victim, and she's not allowed to use power, her own power, to save herself. It kind of sucks. So, she needs other power to do something about it. She had Hulk and Thor go gather all the items that would be needed to make her powerful under the guise of a tournament in order to please the champion of the universe, another elder. So it was actually a pretty genius plot on her, and she got the weapons in order to challenge for the strongest there is. We now see that a 4-way battle has been issued that will take place between champion of the universe, Hulk, Thor, and the promoter, who is armed with all these weapons. Shit's about to get real. Hit the like button. Hulk starts fighting everybody. Thor and Champion are getting into it. They're really scrapping. That shit, they were throwing fucking bungalows. Thor gets rocked by Champion. Champion's like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm the strongest." And Thor's like, "That was a cute punch. Let me show you what real power is, bitch." Rocks him back immediately. And Champion was like, "Damn, I haven't felt pain like that in a minute." And they start just swinging in the pocket. Of course, Promoter runs up on them, and she was trying to capitalize. She's like, "Oh, I see them. Let me catch them lacking. Take 2 out at once and get the drop on them." Saved by Hulk. Hulk uses his thunderclap to stop the bitch from getting that cheap W and disrupt the assassination attempt as the 4-way battle continues. Then we see Promoter like, "Damn that, I'm taking y'all out," and unleashes like full power of the devices she has at hand. And this is enough to drop Thor and the champion of the universe. They are they're just put down. They can't do shit about it. But Hulk is standing up just fine. And Thor's like, "Yo, like, Hulk, you're fine? Like, you're just walking through the shit?" And Hulk's like, nah, listen. I hurt like y'all hurt. But here's the difference. When I hurt, I get pissed off. So he's just getting stronger while he's getting hurt by this shit. So he starts walking through it. The shit's crazy. He gets to the promoter and he asks her real name. The reason this was important is because no one had asked her real name since she became the promoter when she was orphaned, right? So this kind of psychologically breaks through to her, and she's like, "I don't have to like wild out this crazy," and she stops. And because Hulk could relate to her, he's always pissed off. So she understood that he related to her. So clearly, this round, with the fact that Hulk was able to, walk through power that dropped both Thor and Champion and stopped Promoter to stop it all, clearly he clutched the W. The score is now 4-3 in favor of Hulk. The story then ends with all four brawling. But this is what sucks. I was pissed, man. I was so excited. I was like, oh my god. Because they basically agreed. They're like, yo, we're just going to brawl as friends. We're not going to try to kill each other. But we are going to try to knock each other the fuck out. Let's see who is really the strongest. And they all clash, right? But unfortunately, it was off panel. We do see, though, like an hour later, all of them are pretty good in shape. So it's just hard to tell if anything actually happened and who won in that fight. We don't actually know. Hulk does rock Thor at the end, though. So I'm comfortable keeping the score where it was. So in this round of the beef, part 1 of Hulk vs. Thor, the beef, in this Kindle exclusive Champions of the Universe run, let me know in the comment section if you guys enjoyed my commentary over and if you enjoyed the story. Hulk won. Hulk clutched the W at the end, 4-3. So definitely an epic run in my opinion, and an epic story to tell for you guys in this next segment of the Beef series. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe. Check out my second channel, The Coffee Shop. And yeah, anyways, this has been an episode of the Beef, and if it gets enough likes, I'll cover another story where Thor and Hulk beef. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.